Soccer, arguably the world's most popular sport. Over 265 million people play the sport worldwide. But behind all of the fun, there's actually a lot of science that takes place. The movement of a soccer ball can be explained by physics. When a ball is kicked, kinetic energy is transferred from the player's foot to the ball. This is called a collision. There are two types of collisions, elastic and inelastic. An elastic collision is where energy is conserved, like when two billiard balls collide. An inelastic collision is where kinetic energy is not conserved, like when we kick a soccer ball. The inelastic collision of a soccer ball converts kinetic energy into vibrational energy. This deforms the ball, and when it springs back into its initial shape, it pushes the foot of the player and sends the ball into motion. Both the ball and the kicker's body have less energy after the collision. Once the ball is airborne, it becomes a projectile and will follow the rules of projectile motion, assuming wind resistance is negligible. Projectile motion is when an object is launched near the Earth's surface and moves along a curved path under the action of gravity only. Most projectile motion in soccer is known as full-path projectile motion. This is when the ball begins and ends at the same height and follows a parabolic pathway. Once the ball is kicked, the vertical velocity is at its max and the horizontal velocity is generated. As the ball moves, the vertical velocity decreases to zero when the peak is reached due to gravity. The ball then falls and the vertical velocity increases in the opposite direction, mirroring the upward trend as it approaches the ground. Once the ball reaches the same height as the starting point, the vertical velocity should be the negative of the initial vertical velocity. The horizontal velocity would have been consistent if air resistance was negligible. Since we were not working in ideal conditions, the horizontal velocity would slow over time, and the overall pathway of the ball would be shorter. It is surprising how much science goes into playing soccer, and many other sports as well. Calculating all of these reactions while playing the game would be nearly impossible. Fortunately, I prefer to relax and just have fun.